Yeah. I don't give a f.
Well, f you then, bitch. I'm gonna mute that.
You can hang that up.
It's all good.
Probably not.
Hey, delete that part. Delete that part.
What are you even talking about?
That's a different conversation.
They get your stupid ugly ass out here.
You are now tuned into The Twist on You Film Me TV. This is not your grandmother's cup of tea.
Welcome to another episode of The Twist.
On You Film Me TV.
It's not your ordinary podcast.
It's a squadcast.
And if you're holy.
It's a godcast.
And if you're gang.
It's a mobcast.
It is the long-awaited return of me, Rell Beatz, a.k.a. Chef Boyard Beatz.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was it? I thought you was going to say something else.
Nah, I never do.
Same old.
It's Shalom again. The God.
Sorry, got my boy Pete.
Double cupped up per usual. Yankee fitted on because it's part of the uniform. And rainy day brings out pandas. And I spilled Chick-fil-A sauce on these for some reason. But it is what it is. Yeah.
On
Sex
purpose?
symbol back. Huh?
On purpose?
Nah, I do dumb shit a lot. So, like, I had Chick-fil-A. I had the sauce on the floor. And I said, yo, I'm going to pick the sauce up before I step on it.
Wait, why was the sauce on the floor?
Because it fell out the bag.
Oh, okay.
So, I didn't pick up the sauce.
You stepped on it.
And I stepped on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. At the crib?
Yeah.
Damn. You got hardwood floors?
No.
On the carpet.
On the carpet.
Damn. That boy had to. Hi, I'm Billy Mays. This is Oscar.
Had to get the OxyClean. That's a fact.
Right. Got my girl Jay.
Lip gloss popping per usual. My shirt wrinkled up like chitlins, but I'm still here.
It's about time to get some new graphic tees.
I know.
Shout
I
it.
know.
Who is that? Like she getting snapped away by Thanos.
Janet Jackson.
Shout it fading into oblivion. But
Like that nigga Spider-Man.
yeah, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
By the way, it makes me cry every time.
Yeah, it does. I've seen that movie 70 times.
Yeah.
Not the whole way through though. If y'all notice, we got a chair here. Don't worry about that. We'll get into that later on. But this is a brief episode. We got to update y'all on a lot of stuff while we haven't been podcasting, those type of things. So before we get started, how's everybody doing? Glad to be back. First of all, I missed you guys. Even though I see y'all, hear from y'all. Yeah.
I miss you too, Lil Rell.
Yeah.
Just being on the
Even
pod.
though your room is right across the hall.
It is. Contrary to belief, even though we do live in the same house, like we don't see each other all the time, like people think.
Yeah, we didn't see each other at all yesterday.
Yeah. So, yes, sir. Other than that, everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's get straight to the meat, potatoes, and well, if you vegan, let's get straight to the celery. You know, whatever y'all be eating.
Cauliflower.
Yeah, the chicken that look like, you know, real chicken. So a couple of things. I don't even know where to start. So one, I know a while back, it's probably been like a month plus, we did announce we was kind of doing like this tour thing with the food thing. A lot of people excited for that. So the way God works, if you're a believer, like a lot of things happen in life. So we definitely going to get into that. We're not going to keep y'all in the dark about it because y'all are real supportive. Even when we were in the dark about it ourselves, people didn't know. Y'all were still supportive. We appreciate that, first of all. Yeah, so where do we even start, y'all?
So I guess we can start with
No, not like that. Not like
okay.
that. Allow me. No, I'm just saying. All right, do your thing.
I guess we can start with, so I know y'all remember a while back when I was thanking Rell and Pete for being there for me, for going to all these doctor's appointments when we didn't know what was wrong. Well, guys, we finally figured out what it is.
Was it April 15th, 2025, a day I will never forget, you guys.
Yeah. So we found out after multiple misdiagnoses that I actually do have MS. And it's been a long road. The first doctor I went to told me that I didn't have MS twice. or whatever without even looking at my MRIs for me to even know anything. So on April 15th, when the doctors at my job, shout out Dr. Zucker, she went to bat for me so bad. And she figured out, she called the other doctor, and I'm sorry, we got some tissue because I'm like ruining my makeup already.
Damn.
No, I'm not even trying to do that.
Lawrence, the number one killer of black men. OxyClean gets the Chick-fil-A stains right out of that carpet anytime you step on it.
You want like a paper towel or like
Paper towel was cool.
Okay. Yeah, man, they trying to be conservative, and I'm gonna yank two anyway. You ain't getting me. Yeah, got to get my money worth.
Thank you. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, but as I was saying, shout out to Dr. Zucker. She a real one. She been going to bat for me. So basically, like I said, if I want to know the story about it, I'll tell y'all that another time. Like, it's a long story.
Yeah.
So pretty much she got me in with a different doctor, and when I went to go see this doctor, I had my friend Katie. She's a nurse practitioner that used to work at my office. Shout out to you, Katie. And my mom, they both came with me to the appointment. And so she was talking to me, and she was like, yeah, so the goal is to rule out MS, right? And I was like, yes, ma'am. So she was like, have you seen your MRI at all? I was like, no. So she was showing me my brain. She was like, yeah, like when we have stuff like this and we see like this on the brain, like this is what we rule as MS. She was like, it could be MS or it could just be because like you're getting older. She was like, but these are the things that we deem as MS. And so she didn't just say that I had MS, but she was just saying like what could be MS or what couldn't be. So I'm like, okay. So then she's talking about my results or whatever. Like I had a lot of abnormalities in my labs because I had to get a spinal tap. And my IgG, I think the IgG, it basically like tells like the inflammation levels in your body. It's supposed to be at negative 9.9 to a 3. Mine was at a 25.7. And so then we're waiting on another test to come back, and it finally came back. It was the obligational bands. You're supposed to have 0, maybe 1, possibly 2, which is pushing it, but I had 6. So she said that was the determining factor to say, yes, I have MS. So when she was talking to me about treatment and everything, and I was like, wait, because she didn't just, like I said, she didn't just out and say like I had MS. I was like, are you telling me I have MS? She was like, yes, you have MS. So I was like, okay. So I think like from that point on to the rest of the conversation that she said, I don't even remember anything else. And I appreciate Katie and my mama being there.
You appreciate her?
No, appreciate. I'm sorry, I told you my gums swollen.
Listen, understanding us is to know that we gonna joke all throughout our lives. So, like I
wanted to joke when she said rule flapping. Whatever the fuck she said.
One thing like that. In serious moments, that's just our relationship, and that's how we are.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, like I thank God they were there. Katie was taking notes. I just pretty much like kind of blanked out after she said that because I was so sure that I didn't have MS. And like me and Rell had been looking up stuff, thinking it was long COVID, thinking that it was...
I was trying to diagnose her with anything else, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But, go ahead. I won't cut you off.
No, that was... Like, you could say what you were going to say.
I think it was around like that day when we were sitting there talking about that. It was like, even though I wasn't certain, I started to feel like I knew because just looking at the symptoms myself, I've seen you experience that firsthand. I was like, this can't be. So like, even when I brought that to your attention, I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm not going to be the one to say it. Like, I'd rather somebody say it. But I had been there firsthand to experience this. And on and off camera, like I said, when we went to Vegas, that was the first time that you had really had an attack. So even when y'all see the vlog of us from Vegas, it was so crazy that she was experiencing this for the first time, like all in one, and she was pushing through. We still had fun. We still had a great time. When we first walked into the event that we were at, she had to sit down maybe every 5 minutes. And I was like, she knew I was frustrated, but like I said, and I told her I apologize for that. I didn't know, but I was like, hey man, we got to live in the moment. We got to, and like I said, I was so proud of her. She was literally going through it then and still made herself have a good time. When I think when I look back on the video, I haven't put that video, well, it is in the long version of our vlog, but when I look back at us doing the wrestling thing, just knowing that was after, you know, you had pretty much been through that and you were just still like determined, even going to a whole Travis Scott concert, like you pushed through, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we just weren't sure then. But just like I said, knowing over the last couple of years how we used to do the kickball every year and then, you know, stuff started to turn. So I know a lot of people probably gonna ask, like, what does this mean for us? And to be completely honest, I can't say just yet.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so I won't say we won't be affected by it. We are. Like I said, we have to move different. We had literally like 2 weeks before she got diagnosed saying like we're gonna do this tour, funded ourselves or whatnot. Then this comes up, so it's like
and
we
then
kind
like that funding kind of
you just
get
pulled
on
your eyelash off.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Where is
it's there. It's on your face.
Oh,
yeah, it jumped off.
Oh,
yeah.
Like that's like because we're funding it ourselves. Like for all these doctor's appointments, MRIs, like scans and everything. Like it pretty much like put like a damper on as fast as we wanted to move. Like this has been like extremely stressful, not just the diagnosis, but also like the medical part and the bills just coming in. And like that's like they tell you like with MS not to stress because you can get a flare.
Right.
But that's stressful in its own because it's like, okay, y'all tell us not to stress out, but who gonna pay these medical bills? Right. Like, and it's not like I make enough money at my job to cover everything that keeps coming in. And even the medical bills before I knew what was going on, because I still went to other appointments trying to figure out what was going on, like advocating for myself because I didn't know what was up. Like, but like he said, like Vegas probably was the worst I ever experienced a flare. And that's when I knew something was really wrong. But again, we didn't know like what it was. Like when I say like my complete cognitive function is like non-existent. Like
She didn't make that word up.
Yeah, I didn't. When we got there, when we first got there, we had coffee. But I had coffee because like I was trying to like pick myself up because, you know, my legs were kind of like dragging. Like MS affects me like with my balance in my legs. Like my legs get tired so fast.
Don't forget the bladder.
My bladder. And it's like, I can like walking is like a chore. It is so hard. My legs hurt. I have to hold on to somebody because I'm about to fall. And so the thing was, I had the coffee and I was like, Uber, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm in line to get to the bathroom. I'm probably third in line to go pee. And I just peed on myself. Like I couldn't even hold my bladder. So I found Rell. I was like, hey, I gotta go back to the room. I just peed on myself. And I was like, you can stay here. Like I should be fine. Well, I wasn't. So I'm walking to the hotel room. Now the walk is probably like a 5-10 minute walk. It wasn't
even that far, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't even that far. It's literally across the street.
Full like not a sprint or nothing, but like a walking distance. It's literally across the street. It's like a 2-minute walk.
Yeah, it took me 45 minutes to get over there because like my legs were just that bad. I peed on myself again. Then I have to pee again as I'm getting to. I'm walking into the bathroom or whatever, and I pee on myself in the bathroom. And so I get to the toilet or whatever, and like it's nothing, and I don't have to pee no more. I'm going up to the room to where we are. Like, first off, we was in the Fountain Blue, so it was like a really big hotel. I was at the wrong elevator, trying to figure out which the right one to get to, like outside of the hotel. So I finally get over there. We going up to the room. I pee on myself again. I mean, I just cannot stop peeing. I cannot hold my bladder. I can't stop peeing. My legs are just like shot. Like, I'm to the point to where I'm thinking I'm gonna have to crawl to the room because like it was just that bad. So I finally get to the room, take a shower, change my clothes. I stayed there to try to pee as much as I could so I wouldn't have to pee anymore. I was talking to my aunt, and I was just telling her like what was going on.
She wasn't answering the phone at this point. I was getting worried because I thought like, bro, we in Vegas. I don't know, you not answering the phone. Somebody got your little ass. I swear that's what I was thinking. I was getting like frustrated as hell too.
Yeah, and the thing was, I was really going through it, and he didn't know because, like I said, though, it's like a 2-minute walk, and like I didn't come, like it was light when I left.
Yeah.
When I came back, the sun was going down. Like I finally, so like 30 minutes later, I left because I was like, okay, I'm good. Like my legs are fine. I'm all right. So I started walking over there. As soon as I get like in the line to go in the venue, like to go through the little zigzag thing or whatever, like my legs started giving out again. And I'm trying to hold on to the poles and everything. And like people breaking in front of me and I'm getting mad because there ain't really nothing I can do. I can't like run and jump in front of people, but I'm getting so frustrated. And it's like I'm like falling and like holding on to the rails and like walking or whatever else. And it's like, it was just so hard because I was just like, what is happening? So when I finally get in there, I sit down and I was like, Rell, I'm in here. Like, I'm trying to find you. I just need 5 minutes. So I get up and I go find Rell. As soon as I found Rell, like I was like glued to him. I could not let him go because my legs were giving out so bad. And I was just like, oh my God. Like I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't think I'd be able to do it. We were just going to go back to the room because I was like, man, I can't go to, the concert. And because we wasn't even going to go to the concert in the first place. So we walked by, we see everybody.
It wasn't until we walked in and heard, beautiful morning.
Morning.
I said, oh shit, hey, we might have to sit in here. I was getting we staying. I was like, I ain't really trying to leave. We'll leave on the next song. Then the next song turned into a whole concert. Y'all.
Right. And I was like, like I said, like we had a great time. And Rell was like, well, you sure you can do it? I was like, man, we're going to have to make it work.
Yeah.
And so we was in there, was in a concert, like I sat down for a few times, but like we were good. Like we had a great time. Like when we were leaving to go back to the room, he had to hold me the whole time. Yeah. If I could have got on his back, but he got a bad back, so he wouldn't let me.
So a lot of times, like if y'all see us in public, we at these events and stuff, and y'all see her holding on, this is why. So people be like, oh, y'all a couple, y'all married, this and that. Like it's real life issues behind, like I said, stuff that y'all don't see that we just don't bring to the light. Because at that time, a lot of those times y'all have seen us, we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So
we just knew I had balance issues, but we didn't know it was to this extreme.
Yeah, so like I said, as far as what this means, we're not going to stop, y'all. I said it does slow us down. Like, we had a lot of obstacles, but we still going to keep pressing on. Like she was saying, like, I've been doing my research, just looking up stuff and just seeing how much as far as, like, anything I've ever seen when it comes to medical bills, it's probably the most expensive thing I have ever seen. And I don't understand that. The medicine cost is $2 million. And, well, I'm exaggerating. 1 million. So I'm still exaggerating. No, the cheapest I seen was like $88,000.
Yeah, because it's like I have to. So my first infusion is May 14th,
which is $50,000-$60,000 procedure.
$60,000. Yeah, it's 6 hours long. I have to be in there, and mind you, my first appointment is just half a bag. Then my second appointment is. Like, my second appointment is 2 weeks later where they give me the full thing. And so this is just, like a roller coaster we on, like, and it's like I hate needles and all that stuff, but it's like I have to do so much blood work, have to do like so many tests, so many MRIs. Like, so basically like the doctor wanted to do an MRI on my spine, like my whole entire spine, because she needed to see like if the inflammation was there or anything else. So we did an MRI on my spine, and all the inflammation was like just centered around like one spot on my spine, which was causing me to not be able to like walk and everything else.
Yeah.
And so, cause I took therapy, like I'm in vestibular therapy now. She basically had to teach me how to walk all over again. And pretty much, when she did the MRI and I had to take, so pretty much I had to take 75 steroid pills over a course of 3 days. And mentally, that just did a lot. And it's like, it's supposed to stop the pain, but I still was in pain. It's like, and I felt bad for Rell because he didn't know how to help me. Like, we went to the movies one night. Like, I had to take the pills with me to the movies one night. And I took the pills like when I was at the movie. But, man, when we came home, I was in so much pain. And it didn't matter which way I laid or how I laid or whatever. I was extremely uncomfortable.
And that's another thing. Like I said, I read up on to understand more because I remember I was like, lay down, you know what I'm saying?
He was like,
it's
lay
not
this
even
way,
a
lay like that. I
way
was like,
to lay, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, look, Rell, don't matter how I lay. I laid on the couch. I laid on the bed. I was trying to stand up. Like, it was just so uncomfortable. My body was hurting so bad. I text Pete and was like, pray for me because I was in so much pain. And it's like, it just hasn't been easy, you know, and walking every day. And it's like, my walking is like, since taking the pills, like my walking, like my back doesn't hurt, but my walking isn't better. Because she told me basically where the MS is affecting my brain is around my brainstem, which is how my body like speaks to the rest of my body. And that's why I can't hold my bladder. That's why I can't walk straight. That's why I look drunk every time like I'm going anywhere or doing anything. And so like my infusion, Pete and Rell's supposed to be taking shifts because it's 6 hours. Yeah,
might get y'all a live stream so y'all can be there with us.
Yeah, like it's a long process for sure. And you know, it's something that I know we're gonna get through and we'll be fine, but it's just really hard. Like, more mentally, the depression that comes with it and everything else. And he does, like, the both of them do a great job.
Damn good job.
Of trying to make sure, like, I'm in high spirits. Like, I was telling him the other day.
She sing our praise.
Heavy on us.
Heavy on us.
Keep going.
Yeah, it's like, I was telling the both of them, like, I just felt so alone. And I know I'm not, but it's like, the way I feel right now, like, I can't explain it to them, you know, and Rell like, you ain't alone, like, just shut up. And Pete's like, girl, like, you not by yourself.
Girl, there's 3 people on that picture up there, if y'all notice.
Right?
We is them.
Right.
Yeah.
They is we.
Yeah. The real concrete family.
Right. It has been, like, just the worst roller coaster ever. And I remember, like, after my appointment, like, calling both of them on FaceTime and telling them that the doctor said I had MS.
Yeah.
And Rell was like, no, it ain't.
Ever since, that was the second time you had FaceTime us together. Since that first time, I was a little like, I ain't trying to answer no more group call. Once I answered and see Pete, I see Pete, I was like, what the shit, what the fuck y'all got going on? So...
Wasn't good.
Yeah. Because the first time I had called the both of them, it was to tell them that the doctor said I don't have MS. Then the second time I called them was to tell them that the doctor looked at my MRI scan and said it looked like MS. But then the third time I called them, it was to say, well, the doctor called me again and said I don't have MS. So then the fourth time I called them and I was like, the doctor said I have MS.
Yeah.
And Pete's like, well, they just said you don't. So how you go from don't to do? I'm like,
right.
I'm at a different doctor now.
That shit was like taking a touchdown back. I was like, I did a celebration already.
Right.
You know
Right.
I feel like Reggie Bush. I took my Heisman. You took my Heisman. You gave it to me already.
Right. I'm like, I done got cupcakes, cakes, everything, you know, like just celebrating. you know, that this not what it is, and going to the road to find like what it is, and just to know that this is what it is. And it's like I had like been looking up MS stuff, and I was like, and it's just like how I was like, I don't got this, I don't got this, I don't feel like this, I don't feel like that. But it's like it just affects everybody differently.
Right. So, like I said, those people might, I guess, like everybody, like I said, without us telling y'all, of course, you want to see how it's affected. Like I said, we had a foolproof plan, I should say. Like I said, we was gonna fund our own thing. We said we using our vacation to travel, to do everything y'all been asking, come see y'all, you know, do this and that. Then now she had to use vacation days to go to hella appointments, you know, that pushed us back.
I had to use so many vacation days, like already for like all of my appointments. And it's just been like so annoying. And it's like, you know, like out of everything, like I haven't questioned God, you know, because
I'm gonna stop you there to say this, because this been in my mind so much lately. We raised to not question God, and you know I honor that. But boy, and I tell you, it's been on the tip of my tongue. Like, bro, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's been on the tip of my tongue, y'all. But I ain't say it out loud. But I was like, bro, come on, dog. Hey, it's all the other people out here.
Right?
Like, hey,
All the other people.
Yeah, not too much on us right now. We did you messed our cars up last year. We passed that test, and then I did ask you. I said, God, you got something else? Because this car trouble still. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Then you come with this, like, dog, give me back the car trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because there's too much. But like I said, I feel where you coming from with that.
Yeah, and it's like I've been like, I don't want to question it, but I'm like, I'm like, what? I'm like, what we doing? Like, what's the end goal here? Because what?
So,
and like I said, everything I know is for God's glory. You know, I do know that, and it's just like even one of the moms in my job, like me and her, was like we we've developed a relationship because I seen her all the time, and like we call each other besties. And I told her, and she was like, well, I don't know if you're a woman of faith. I was like, yeah, I am. And she was like, yeah, but did you ever just say like, God, like why? Like she was like, I mean, because I'm trying to figure out why you. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what his plan is. I just know it's greater than me. And like, this has been a hard thing to carry. And I've also been thinking, like, how long have I had it?
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, I don't know. Because like, there's been a lot of times where I had a lot of stuff like a few weeks ago, like for a whole month, like the whole right side of not my body, but my arm and my fingers. Like my fingers were numb, but my arm was numb and tingling. Well, it wasn't numb, but it was
right
tingling.
before the diagnosis.
Yeah, like my arm was tingling like a lot, and my fingers were like numb. It was like my handwriting is altered. Like I look like a kindergartner every time I try to write because like it hurts. And I know like MS attacks your nervous system or whatever it is, autoimmune disease, and you know, like my body is constantly fighting itself saying, no, nigga, I'm supposed to be here. No, I'm supposed to be here. No, you know, it's like an ongoing battle.
It said nigga?
Yeah.
So you got black nervous system. Okay.
Yeah, black. Yeah. I mean, you got to be black.
Makes sense why I act the way I act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, no, I got to be here. And it's like, no, I got to be here. And I'm like, you know, they all trying to, you know.
Sinners.
Yeah. They a war. It's a war in my body right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know what? You gonna affect her legs? Well, guess what? I'm gonna affect her arms.
Hold my bill. Hold my bill.
Right. You thought you was doing something by her walking? Just wait till she try to write. I'm like, darn.
So, like I said, man, we're gonna keep pressing forward. We still gonna be out. We still podcasting. Like I said, we took about 3 weeks off, just to process everything.
I'm still in shock. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, and as far as travel right now, ain't nothing canceled. Like I said, we do get affected. That's another reason we didn't stay in New Orleans too long, because like I said, all this other stuff going on, trying to make sure she, you know, take care of that first, for sure. We got some other trips planned. We still gonna do those. Maybe we can't move like how we want to, just because of like say how this goes. The financial thing. Like she said, they tell you not to stress, but like medical bills. When I say, God, what was you doing? Like, this is what I mean, y'all. Both of us by the grace of God, we was free from student loan debt this year.
Yeah.
And then this comes along. So it's like, it's putting us right back in a situation where we free, we can move now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, finally paid off my credit card, then bam.
So another thing was like, my whole plan was, we got so many people that believe in us when it comes to the content.
I gotta pee. I'm sorry.
She gotta pee. See, that's the problem right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she can't control that. But we're gonna take another commercial break. Loris, but hey, out here killing black men. Like, what is you doing? Did you know there was other flavors of Loris?
Nah.
Yeah, I saw somebody.
I had the same Loris since 07.
They got like onion Loris. I saw somebody tagged them saying, "What is y'all out there doing to black people?" And I was like, "Hey, chill out." And then when I saw the page, they got like a whole spice rack. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in, you know what I'm saying?
I want to go look at it.
Yeah,
where they got it at?
This was on Lowry's TikTok, so I'm pretty sure if you look them up on Instagram, like they got the, you know, spice. They got them spices now. Hold on, let me to that.
I don't even know how to spell Loris. L-O, right?
L-A.
L-A. Oh, yeah, Lowry season. They got seasoned salt. Oh, they got the variety pack on Amazon.
Yeah.
We should give them product. Jerk seasoning, hot garlic parmesan season, Cajun, salt,
on to
pepper,
something.
vinegar.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Larry sponsor us, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll say, we won't say y'all kill black man.
Yeah. We'll switch it up for a check.
Yeah. We'll say you make some good ass barbecue or something.
We'll bribe y'all a little bit.
Yeah, Larry sponsors what, barbecues and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel like we got that platform too if we just start sitting that season on the table and they can be like, oh, look at them. I fought with that. Yeah.
And start cooking with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, like I said, we got free of student loans. This happens. Like I said, the plan was to use all the option days to travel and do what we had to do. She had to burn a bunch of those. My ultimate goal was to be free of a job by no later than the end of this year, y'all. But with this, like I said, it's a setback. We still gonna push through it. But trying to afford $100,000 a year for like medical expenses, like I said, it gets strenuous. Now, a lot of people probably gonna look at it like I said, a lot of people don't know and they really think that we a couple when we do the videos. Listen, it's not my responsibility, but this is one of my best friends, so I'm doing my part. So with that being said, I know one of your doctors mentioned starting like a GoFundMe. I actually looked into it and set it up for you. So what I propose on my part, I'm gonna try to put. I'm gonna try to put like a.
We gonna try.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to put like $100 in there weekly. But if that don't work, that $20, you know what I'm saying, 15, just whatever go in there. You know what I'm saying. You know, I'm gonna definitely try to help you with, you know, pushing it. Cause like I said, we gonna stay out here doing this thing. It was almost to the point I'm like, do I give up? Cause like I said, we've been working so hard, but I'm like, nah, we can't
give up.
So
I wouldn't forgive myself. Like if it was like, you know what, little one we just done, I'd be like, no, I had to go in there. So, I'm like, we worked
too hard.
As a trio, it's been different iterations of coming from the whole thing where we did in the hotel to here. Can't. It's made no sense to me.
Yeah, and also, guys, like before I even knew like this diagnosis, like I got my mom bought us tickets to go see Beyonce. I got tickets to go see Chris Brown.
It's like, and it's like with all things good, something negative gotta come balance it out. It's like we can't let you have too much fun.
Yeah, it's the yin and the yang, man.
Yeah, because I was like, man, like I get to, you know, like actually live and experience life, and then it's like, boom, one thing I will tell y'all is that training and working out has saved my life. For sure. Like the doctor told me that if I didn't work out, that I would be in a more terrible position than I'm in right now. So she told me like that I have to train, I have to work out, and if I could add more days to work out more days, I have to start doing yoga because my body is very stiff and it's really tight. And like it's just a lot.
Yeah.
But working out, like my trainer, shout out Donald. He been trying to add more days so that I can get in and train with him because I can't work out by myself. I can't like do like any heavy lifting or whatever else. Like everything I have to do right now, it has to be assisted until like I can get up to doing it on my own. And like I said, I haven't started treatment yet. So it's like everybody that be in my DMs, that be trying to diagnose me with whatever else, relax.
That's right. It wasn't that.
Relax. One person was telling me, well, like you, I don't know if y'all see my story when Donald had put on there like with me doing the lunges and I was like losing my balance and I caught it. And he was like, good job, you caught your balance. And I was like, I've been waiting my whole life for you to say that to me, like just joking around. And one person was like, yeah, it's hard to do it when you pigeon-toed. And I was like, yeah, I'm not pigeon-toed.
See, that's what I'm saying. People don't be knowing. Like I said, we've heard several when people say, oh, I thought you was drunk or you high and all that type of stuff. So that's why I said it really puts you in a different mindset to like be careful of what you joke about.
Yeah.
Even though everybody gonna get these jokes, but like I said, I even know where to draw a line with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it was crazy. Like, dude was like, I said, I'm not pigeon-toed. He was like, oh, ADHD then. What? I don't have ADHD.
See, that's what happens on WebMD, y'all. Stay y'all ass on WebMD.
Niggas be I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like niggas just be
yeah, they do.
I don't understand.
I'm like, what?
Edit that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, so I wanted, like I said, we appreciate everybody who's been supporting. I do call on the support of y'all. Like I know in the comments, anytime somebody say something negative about the family, they don't play that. They be all in. They come to your defense. So like I said,
I appreciate that.
Humbly, we come to y'all to ask y'all to support her in her time. Like I said, with medical bills and all that stuff. Just in case y'all start to question why y'all don't see her in too many videos. Like I said, this is going on, so she won't be in every video, but we got like financial stuff to take care of with that. So if y'all want us to keep doing our thing, we love entertaining y'all. We really like doing this shit. The link will be up by the time y'all see this video. Like I'm still learning how to set shit up.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So like I said, link will be posted in the description, all that. Make sure y'all go. No, nothing is too small, nothing is too great. This is the first year of this, so maybe we'll be adjusted somewhat by next year. Who knows? Maybe we'll be past that. Well, we've made that moment to be able to just do this on our own. So yeah, like I said, we thank y'all so much.
We do
for what you have done, mentally, physically, all that stuff. The day ones, the day twos, all the way to the day zeros and
to the day nows.
Yeah,
right, to the day nows.
Tomorrow days.
Shout out to my man, came in my job, told me I was a YouTube sensation. Shout out to him.
Yeah, so like I said, humbly we ask for y'all support. Like I said, I'm gonna have my 25 to 100, depending on how my check look in there weekly for
fact.
you. Yeah, trying to think anyway if I can do any fundraisers or anything. Anybody need me come speak at the event, I'll come say good stuff about you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, and
figured it out before.
Yeah. And
figure it out again.
I really wanted to say, like y'all know, like I love them down. Like this my dog, this my nigga. Like, it's like I have a different relationship with the both of them, and I just love them to death. And Rell, I just really wanted to say, like, thank you. Like, even though I know you were frustrated and mad, like, in Vegas, I still want to say thank you for giving me a good time. Because if you wasn't there, I would have just stayed in the room for the rest of the time and never would have enjoyed anything else.
Yeah.
And I really,
you're welcome.
really,
I'm sorry.
really,
got caught up in the moment.
right? And I really, really appreciate that because I still had the time of my life. despite like how bad it was, I still had a great time. And I appreciate you for like being there. And even though you was pissed with every 5 minutes me stopping,
I wasn't pissed. It was just like frustrated. But like I said, looking back, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
we did not know. And I pushed myself so hard. And it's like I didn't tell him like how bad it really was.
Yeah, all the hotel and the stuff, I didn't find that out till like
till we came home. Yeah.
No, you just told me like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was telling him, I was like, it was bad. Like, he was mad at me for not answering my phone.
Yeah, I was pissed
or whatever.
about that.
I was in the shower for a long time, but I was crying because I was like, man, what is happening to me? I couldn't understand like what was going on.
Yeah.
So I finally called him and I was like, well, I'm on my way back. And like I said, the sun was out when I said that. By the time I got back over to where he was at, the sun was down. I was like, it took me too long to like walk back and everything else. Like it was hard.
By the time I talked to her, I said, where you at, man? I just met Trinidad James. Trinidad James.
Yeah, he had met so many people.
I met so many people.
And meanwhile, I'm fighting for my life in a hotel room.
Like, where you at? You need to get here. Trinidad James is here.
Right. Like, I met a few people like on my way out because like walking out, I had to stop.
Yeah.
Because my legs were
what's his name? Big Boy. I said, little I just met Big Boy. She's like, I just seen him in the lobby.
Yeah, I took a picture with him and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, like it's just been like it's been a roller coaster. But we're gonna get through it. And it's gonna be fine. You know, like I believe, you know, God has a plan and I'm just gonna let him do his thing. Like I'm still gonna do all the things I need to do. Like I'm not oblivious or one of those people that's just like, oh well, I believe that God is gonna heal me, so I'm not finna do treatment. I'm not one of those people. Like, nah. Like my doctor told me like whatever holistic things that I want to do, she told me to still do that. She said, but because before we had medicine, like the holistic way was the only way that we could cure like ourselves. So she was like, she was like, you can still do that, but don't be oblivious to the medicine that can actually like help you in a better, more efficient way as well. And I was like, yes, ma'am. And then it was so funny. She was like, if you do like recreational drugs, like mind you, like when you have to do the check-in thing, you put yes, no about drugs and everything else. So I already put no to everything because I don't do drugs. And so she was like, yeah, well, you know, if you're gonna do like the marijuana, you know, I just prefer. Mama said she don't do marijuana, and I was like, Jesus. Just like I understand, but I'm just saying, like, if she wanted to try that, she was like, don't smoke it, just take edibles. Mama said, yeah, but she ain't gonna do that. I was like, yeah,
it helps though.
I got some stories, y'all. Listen, I didn't have them shits before, but
yeah, it helps.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things with people saying like marijuana actually
but
does
it's
help
not
with general
like
symptoms.
It's allocated to what the need is.
Right.
Like you're not getting like super fucking high when you're
Yeah.
throwing up and you feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
It's just to relax your muscles.
right.
So it's not what people think where you have like the butter and then you put the other hash.
man.
Yeah, you put the other hash
It
in
ain't
the
like
brownie
where's the
mix. Yeah,
fucking
so it's
blow?
like double, you know what I'm saying?
Where's
Nah,
the
it's
fucking
like
blow? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna try that for my brother.
Mm.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to do it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna do it with him.
I know.
He was gonna be like, shh. You hear that?
Yeah, nah, man. If I would have had I don't do drugs. Like I
Right.
don't smoke and nothing like that.
Contrary to
Yeah.
believe, I know a lot of y'all don't believe us when we say we actually don't do drugs.
Yeah,
we
do
don't
not do
smoke.
drugs, yeah.
We don't drink. Like, regardless of how I look in the videos, that's just I have sleep apnea, and I keep telling y'all that. So
Yeah, now I have sleep apnea because I cannot sleep for nothing. Like, I will go to sleep and I will wake up like 2 hours later. And like the doctors at my job was like, well, let's see if we can prescribe you some melatonin with magnesium. I said, I don't care what it is. Just give it to me because I cannot get a good night's rest.
Care what it is.
But I don't care what it is. but
care what it is.
yeah,
definitely care what it is. But I was like, man, I You
That's
have
how
not.
people get addicted to opioids.
Not caring what it is.
Yeah, not caring what it is.
Yeah.
That's caring what it is.
I'm like, I haven't had a good night's sleep
That's,
since.
yeah. I mean, for me, it's like, do your own research. Don't go in there not knowing anything because they'll
Yeah.
tell you anything and it'll sound good and it'll sound like it fixes it, but you don't know the side effects of certain shit.
Yeah.
Not saying certain shit don't help, but you also got to look at the negative.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It just don't come with a positive, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like all that depression shit like that, you got to be careful because
Yeah.
you'll slip into it
Right.
and then you'll become dependent.
Right.
That's why, that's why I like Rell said, just do your own research, make
Right.
sure you, so they just can't tell you anything.
Yeah, like I never thought like the depression would affect me the way that it has, but man, like depressed, jeez. I'm like, if I did not
You
have
almost
the
depressed your face into that mic.
shut up. But if I did not have these two, shut up.
And that's what we here for, y'all.
But if I did not have these two, like who knows? Like I would probably be in a corner, like withering away, because like it's bad. Like when we went to New Orleans, like it wasn't like bad. Like I had to hold on to Rell, but I could still walk independently. But I still would like have to hold on to him sometimes. But like through the day, I would be okay. It just was at the end of the night because I guess my body did so much in the day. And we woke up early, like my body was just tired. So like when I get on the bed, like my body would just start like throbbing or whatever.
I also saw that heat can like trigger it. So it said best to sleep like in a cool room.
Yeah, you remember like that's
That
why I
room
was
was cold
putting
as
my
hell.
fan on. Yeah.
Yeah,
That room was so cold.
it was.
But and it's like
People
I-
love that room.
Yeah.
That shit was like negative 32.
Yeah.
What's going on
Matter to
here?
me anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I was like, shoot, I'm very like cold natured, so like I always have heat because I'm always cold. But I'm like, man, like lately I was just like, man, I'm hot.
Wait, wouldn't that be hot nature? You prefer hot weather?
Yeah, cold
Yeah.
nature would be.
You like the cold? Yeah.
Oh,
We don't do no
Yes.
research.
Yeah,
Right.
We only research MS over here. You know what I'm saying? That's all the research I do.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like looking up stuff, like looking up people on TikTok and everything, and like people at my job were telling me like, oh, you need to join the MS community and do all that, and it's like I will eventually do that, but I'm still trying to process like exactly like what's happening to me and the way that my life is changing.
Yeah.
So I haven't like looked into it or done anything yet because I'm still trying to like even understand that this is what they said. Yeah, we went to the movies and I was like, Rell, my doctor really said I got MS.
So we come out of the movies. We done seen the movie. Movie was great. First thing she said, I'm thinking she about to talk about the movie. She said, I got MS. I said, you didn't just see the movie? Yeah, we know that, but you didn't just see that movie.
No, but the reason I said that is because I was walking so horribly, like to get to the bathroom because I was gonna film myself, and like I was just like I can't run. Like I tried to do like a light jog, but my legs I don't know what my legs be on. They be on their own thing, and so I was like, man, I gotta hurry up, and I don't want to miss anything else. And I was trying to hurry. I was like, oh my goodness, like
Yeah.
it's just it's a lot. Like it's more frustrating than anything else. Cause I'd be like, man, like with my body, I'd be like, man, come on, like like this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, but even with that, like,
Yeah.
don't get frustrated because that's like,
I get so frustrated,
yeah, that's so.
and it's a terrible deal.
Relax, ease your mind, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Can't
man.
focus on what you can't do. Focus on what you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
And what you can do is that you can still walk. You don't need no assistance as far as a wheelchair or a walker. You could drive still.
Being that you might have to change your diet, like when we do these food reviews, possibly we won't eat all the food. I hear a lot of people say that, like, as far as the food, guys, they said they don't eat all the food on the videos. We do. We eat all that shit. So like, we might have to switch that up, go with some healthier options after we do our food reviews or whatnot.
Yeah, like my doctor told me, she was like, no, like live your life. She was like go like right, but she was like, because I was telling her about the concert. She was like, go to the concert. She was like, live your life. She was like, don't stop. She was like, do your food reviews. She was like, don't stop doing that. She was like, but just be mindful of, other things that you need to do, because you're not. She was like, it's not like you're doing food reviews every day. She was like, so like
we do them every day for the most part when we can.
Yeah, when we can. She was like, like eating that stuff, like it's not gonna like just kill you. She was like, but if you like eating it like all the time
With Lars.
yeah. She was like, that's overkill. She was like, but if you're doing it like in moderation, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So I done got books and everything, trying to figure out what I need to eat for MS and all that. And I was talking to my cousin. Shout out Cedric. I love you with my whole heart, man. You like the best like cousin. Like shout out to Javante. Shout out to Dwayne. Like y'all like I love y'all. Like the best cousin ever.
So basically, fuck the rest of the cousins.
No, don't F the rest of them. But like that, like that's my circle. Like Cedric, like he wasn't in my age range or whatever. But Cedric has always been like a good cousin to me. And we was on the phone last night for 2 hours, and he was just saying, like if you need me to pull up on you, I can show you like how to cook like certain things. He was like, cause you gotta know what you eat. He was like, cause most of it is in your diet. He was like, so I can pull up on you and cook some things and show you like how to cook and stuff. I said, yeah, because I don't want not delicious food. And that's my problem.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can pull up on you and show you some things. It was like, and just like get a food diary so you can know how stuff made you feel when you ate it. I was like, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't eat a whole lot of my grandma's food because she put a bunch of stuff that does not make me feel great after I eat it.
Let me find out grandma food caused MS. You going right up there with Lars.
Like she had made like some
Lars didn't give her MS, but
right.
Yeah, we actually love Lars.
Yeah, we love Lars. Yeah, we need to add money, man.
Yeah.
Lars, go hit that sponsor.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, no, she had cooked some
With the
steak.
Laurie Supreme collab.
See that Lars hoodie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But she had cooked some steak and gravy with some rice, and like that just did not agree with me.
MS all of it.
Huh?
MS all. That she put the MS in MSG. Goddamn, she put the MS in MSG.
I had like 3 bites, and like when Auntie Jackie gave it to me, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to eat all this.
Yeah.
She was like, I was telling your grandma kept adding more food. I was like, why? I was like, I can't eat all that. So like I ate like 3 bites, and I was like, yeah, I can't do no more. She was like, I'll take it home. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I can't do it.
So like I said, we'll wrap this up before we get into the last minute thoughts. Like I said, thank you guys for y'all support. For those who knew, those who just now finding out, link will be in the description so y'all can support the family. Make sure y'all support the family because, like I said, this is an emotional roller coaster, not just for her but for all of us. Still adjusting.
I said, y'all don't know, the first time I told Rell, he cried like a baby.
I cried a few times. That's why we ain't been podcasting because I was like, I wasn't ready for that. Y'all wasn't finna see me cry on camera. Nah, you ain't gonna get me, bitch. Not you, bitch. I'm talking about bitches of the world. But
yeah, I will say like when I had called him and told him that what the doctor said after they told me I didn't have it, because I woke him up at his sleep to tell him like what the doctor said because I was crying hysterically, and she
FaceTime and I just answered like staring at the phone because I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, and so when I came home, like he just gave me a big hug and we just started crying.
Too.
Yeah, the ugly cry.
Yeah, I ugly cried.
Yeah, and it was crazy because I told my mama and she was just smelling. She was like, "Girl, you ain't got MS." She was like,
"That's what the paper said."
Right? No, this was before we knew. She was like, the doctor, they got it wrong the first time for a reason. She was like, God has the final say. I was like, yeah, you do. Okay.
You all right, Pete?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is fidget spinner.
Yeah. So she's like, God has the final say. She was like, and if this is what he give you, he gonna heal you. And I wholeheartedly believe he's gonna heal me.
Yep.
Like 100%. But it's just right now going through this, it's just not fun.
Yeah, and we love you, little one.
I love y'all.
Man, we do.
I love y'all my whole entire heart.
All of it.
Yeah.
So we'll get into these last minute thoughts. Anybody want to start first?
Y'all quit trying to diagnose me. Please. Please.
Yeah.
I done heard ADHD a few times. I don't have Graves' disease either. Like, I don't have lupus. Like, let's just stop there.
They just ass shit.
Yeah.
They just playing a guessing game.
Yeah, I think the thing that really got me was just ADHD. I was just like, and I asked Dr. Beck. I was like, oh yeah, shout out Dr. Beck for going with me to pick up my medicine when they gave me a hard time the first time I was trying to pick it up, because the pharmacy would not prescribe the 75. He would not fulfill the 75 pills. The steroids that they gave me, he refused. Dr. Beck was like, what the F? And I was like, yeah.
Chill. Don't tell what the doctor said.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
this man's a doctor. He can't be using this type of language.
Yeah, sorry.
This ain't house.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Beck, for being there and, going with me to pick up my prescription and stuff in case I had some problems, being my bodyguard. I appreciate that. Even though you didn't want me to hold on to you because you thought people was going to think we was together, even though I was fighting for my life trying to not fall.
That's all your last minute thought?
Yeah.
Damn. My last minute thought, in the words of Drewski, keep God in your life, fuck nigga.
Keep him, yeah.
Pete. Keep God in your
Yeah, man. Keep God in your life, fuck nigga. That's a fact.
All right.
Yeah, Optimus Prime a bitch ass nigga too.
Nah, because like when Pete first came with me to do my, he took me to my.
Is this part of Pete's last minute thought?
Yeah.
No, what I was gonna say.
I'm about to end this podcast.
Sorry, no. Pete went with me to. Pete is a good comforter. I will say, like, Pete is a great comforter. When I first went to go get my MRI, or no, you took me.
MRI.
No, it wasn't that one. It was something else that we went to. It was a different appointment. No, it was therapy. Because I had a really bad morning. And I fell walking up the steps, and I almost fell in the shower. I had a hard time, and I just was crying. And like Pete just held me and just hugged me while I just ugly cried in his arms.
Yeah.
I try to get here before she wake up. So if she fall in the shower,
Yeah.
not saying that she'll fall in the shower, but if something happens,
Yeah.
I won't come to a fucking scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where I don't
just open the door and be like, what the hell?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Try to prevent all fallings.
Yeah, it was something I was gonna say.
Yeah, and shout out to my godfather, Daddy Low.
Okay.
And my mom.
So one more thing. If y'all see us with the same clothes on the next episode, ignore it.
Ignore it.
Pete, hit him with the quote and we out.
Oh man. This quote not from me, but it come from our last minute thought. Keep God in your life, fuck nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all here. We all love each other. Peace, we out.
All right.
Peace.